Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this year I'm trying to visit 52 different football grounds, and along the way I'm trying to pick up little bits of mementos and merchandise that's going to help me remember all the places that we've been to across the year. So far we have ticked off 15 different football grounds, and what I thought I'd do is give you a little bit of a review of where we've been so far and show you some of the things I picked up along the way. We kicked things off on New Year's Day, and there was only one place for me that I could do it, and it was Ellen Road. We went to watch Leeds play Birmingham. I picked up this little pin badge. Don't know why, I quite like these little pin badges. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these things at the end of the year, but at the moment they're just going in a box, so I'm going to try and display them, maybe somewhere in my office or something like that. I got a pin badge and the matching scarf. I've got loads of Leeds shirts. I've got lots of different Leeds memorabilia, but I thought, you know what? This is a perfect way to start it with a traditional scarf for Champions of Europe. You know how it goes. Anyway, that was stop number 1 of the 52. The next one was really local to me. It was Durham City. If you don't know about Durham City, then it's worth going back and watching the video and learning a little bit about the club, because the club's been through some tough times, but what they're doing there at the moment is they're trying to rebuild, they're trying to grow the club and get it back to where it was and even better than before. Again, I picked up a little Durham pin badge and I got myself a scarf. At this point, I was thinking I can't just keep getting scarves, but it's always good to put some money back into the club, especially when it is a non-league football team. So that was stop number 2, and it was very cold, very miserable, so the scarf did come in handy. And they won, I think it was 4-0. So it was a great start to the year. Leeds won on New Year's Day 3-0. Durham won 4-0. And I was thinking, this stadium challenge is so easy. I'm just going to keep turning up and watch teams win. Kind of went like that for a while, as you'll see. The next one, though, it wasn't a game. I went to Newcastle. Not far from me. I've been to loads of games at St James's Park. But this time I went on a stadium tour. On the stadium tour, they gave you a free program. It was an old one, but I thought, you know what, I'll keep that. It's a nice little memento, and I kept my stadium tour pass. You get given these and you go for a little look around. I highly recommend you go and watch that video because I loved it. Honestly, as a non-Newcastle fan, I still absolutely loved it. It's well worth it. And if you're ever in Newcastle, get yourself on the stadium tour. So that was stop number 3. Stop number 4 was another local one. I work in Darlington. I grew up not far away, so I spent a lot of time over the years in and around the area, and I had been several times to the old Darlington ground. If you want to know a little bit about the history of Darlington, I did a video all about it, and it is very, very interesting. It kind of shows what is wrong with football, but also on the plus side, they have managed to survive this season, and hopefully Darl will go on to bigger and better things. I picked up a pin badge, and again, I picked up another scarf. This was the last scarf I picked up so far this year because I thought, you know what, I'm going to have nowhere to put all these. Unfortunately, however, the game got called off 10 minutes before kickoff because of a waterlogged pitch, so I never actually got to see a ball being kicked. Well, we saw the warm-up, but we didn't see the match. From there, that was stop number 4. Stop number 5 was York. So York, I coach in York and spend a lot of time there, so I thought this is a good one to tick off. I went to see them play Maidenhead, and I've just picked up a program as a little memento from that game. It was a pretty good day. I enjoyed it as a stadium. It was a new stadium, but it had a bit of history to it. And again, the video I put together shows a little bit around the ground and just a really good day out, I guess. A lot of the people who go and watch York probably support Leeds or another team, so there are York fans, a lot of York fans, but there's quite a lot where it's maybe their second team. And that's the story of a few of the smaller clubs I've visited. Next stop was stop number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was Plymouth. Plymouth away. This was epic. I left Durham at 7 a.m. on the Tuesday. I got back to Durham at 7 a.m. on the Wednesday. There is a vlog on this, of course, and it shows all the journey and the experience. And Leeds won 4-1 in extra time. So yeah, really, really good day out Plymouth was. Plymouth on to Nerca. So Nerca is in Spain. We were on a warm weather training camp, and it's not far from Malaga. And actually, Nerca and Malaga have kind of got this crossover where the academies are interlinked, and we saw the Malaga squad playing whilst we were training at the track. We went and visited the Nurka Stadium. There wasn't much there in terms of there's no merchandise or anything like that, but it was a good experience. So that's stop number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop number 8. Oh, I forgot about my Plymouth program. I did pick up a program from Plymouth. Anyway, stop number 8 was Chesterfield, who have absolutely smashed it this season. I went to see them at a point where they were 20 points clear. So the atmosphere wasn't as good as maybe it could have been. It was against Rochdale. I think it was a draw. I can't remember. I remember the Rochdale fans being awesome. It might have been a 2-2 draw. And so far to this point, no game that I'd gone to see on this kind of challenge had I seen the team I went to watch lose. So we were doing pretty well. And then came Chelsea, where that all changed. Chelsea was stop number 9. I've kept the ticket. What happened in Chelsea stays in Chelsea. It was a really good day out. Massive shout out to Flynn and Az, who I went down there with, for putting up with us and looking after us, because navigating the London Underground is not easy. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. We did lose, but Leeds put up a quality fight down there at Stamford Bridge. Stop number 10, we were back in the northeast, and it was fairly local to me. It was South Shields, where again, I've kept my ticket stub. I love getting an old school ticket, like actually having a physical ticket. And a cup, not really sure what I'll ever do with the cup, but it'll always remind me of a freezing cold day in the northeast at South Shields. And yeah, they lost as well. So it was a proper northeast day out anyway. So that was stop number 10. Stop number 11 was again back down south, back to London, and it was maybe the start of the Leeds wobble because we drew 2-2 at Vicarage Road. Here's my ticket stub from the Watford game. Again, I really enjoyed the day out. The whole experience, it was expensive in terms of trains and hotels and that, but it was a quality experience. Really, really enjoyed it. But we drew 2-2, so yeah, could have been better. From there, we travelled to Germany. I was in Germany on a training camp, and one of the tracks we were training in was Dusseldorf. We went and had a look around. It was a really good stadium, but it was more of like a multi-sport arena. We did see some of the players there, and we had a little bit of the vibes, but the shop wasn't open, and we couldn't get in the ground, so wasn't the best stop of the 52. Well, hopefully. What number was that? 10, 11, 12. Number 13. Next up then, Cologne. I've still never been to a game in Cologne, despite being in Cologne. I think that was the 10th trip I've had there. I picked up a little pin badge and I got a sticker for my iPad, which I need to sort out. Everything was red and white, so I couldn't really pick up any scarves or T-shirts or anything. As a Leeds fan, we don't really do that much red. But I enjoyed having a little look around Cologne. I will go to a game at some point there, maybe an England game, who knows. So from Cologne, we moved our training camp over to Zost, and on the way to Zost, we stopped off at Bayer Leverkusen. I got to meet one of the players, well, some of the players. I got a photo, and we got to have a proper look around, which was really good. We went in the shop, and I got, again, a pin badge and some stickers for the laptop. I really want to go back to the Bayer Arena for a game, though. Like in the Champions League next year, it is going to go off. I think it's going to be unreal. The whole stadium and the acoustics and that are set up for big Champions League nights. So if you get the chance to get to the Bayer Arena, I definitely recommend it. Then we are on to the most current stop, stop number 15, and my favourite stop by far, I would say. Obviously, I love Ellen Road. I love going to Leeds, but Dortmund was something crazy. 81,000 people there. They lost, but they all stood at the end, clapping the players at the end of the game. They were there 2 hours before in the yellow wall. And if they go on to win the Champions League this year, fair play, because Dortmund have been chaotic all season, but they're in the Champions League semi-finals, and I just love it. I've been there 3 times now. It's just one of my favourite stadiums. I've got my paper ticket. The 2 athletes I was there to coach, they bought me this ticket, so shout out to Laura and Carmen. And I kept a cup, but this cup, it's a bit special to me because Marco Reus is my favourite Dortmund player, so I thought I'm definitely keeping that one. It can go alongside my South Shields one in the collection. But yeah, that is the 15 stadiums we've been to so far and all the bits and bobs that I've picked up. We don't have anything from Nurka or Dusseldorf, but other than that, we've got scarves, we've got tickets, we've got pin badges. It's going to be wild when we've done the 52, but yeah, really looking forward to it. We are on track as well. So I need to average one stadium or football ground every week of the year. So we are bang on for it. Let me know in the comments where you think we should go next. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You're going to like, subscribe, and interact with the channel. Appreciate it.